This is Pirate Aggro. Alright. Two of the big cards here is Buccaneers Bravado. I'm going to have to check my list after this, but... And Sure Strike. This is basically how you get your big blowouts, folks. You give something +3, a pirate +3/+0, and then you give it double strike, and you're doing 8-10 damage out of almost nowhere. On turn 4, you can do it. Now this is Rakdos. I still think maybe blue-red is better. So we need some pirates. I love my freebooties. I only got 3 now, I think, so that's all I'm playing. I like Ruin Raider. In this deck, it's about winning as fast as you can. You don't really have a long game, but the Ruin Raider at least gives you a few more cards. Not many. Let me just look at my notepad, because otherwise... this probably won't even get in your way either. Oh, here's the card that's really good in this deck, actually. Oh, you know what? We need to cut the music here. I want these deck texts to go over to YouTube. It's already too late for this one, basically, but it's fine. Dire Fleet Captain. This card is pretty good when you're just playing a bunch of early pirates. I think it's a very important key to this deck. 3/3 or 4/4, you put the Sure Strike. This is the card I'm most often trying to pump for the win. Yeah, Fathom Fleet Captain. He's probably in there. I was using this guy a lot in pre-Rivals. I own 2, so that's how many are in there. Look at all those 2-drops. Oh, yo, yo. We even have another one. This card I like a lot, too, in this deck. But this is when the deck starts to get Till O'Nolly's Crown. This is nice because it can give your pirate trample. Which then, when you give it Sure Strike plus Double Strike, means basically win. It also goes on a Kite Sail freebooter, pretty nice. A 4/2 flampling freebooter is pretty good. But normally you try to put this on the Dire Fleet Captain. Can't really put it on the Fathom Fleet Captain because he'll die. Let's see what else we got here. This card. I would probably play 4 of these if I had them, but I only have 1. You definitely want this card. Definitely want this card. Hopefully you'll play most of your creatures on turn 1 and turn 2, and then you just play Ferocitodon for their creatures. Also has Menace. Also good to put Tillinolly's Crown on. Menace creatures with Tillinolly's Crown are good. What do we got? Ugh. This card I like too. This card I used to think was garbage, but she's come around. I only got 1 of those. The little extra treasure really helps, like, power out some things. And though I'd like to say this is all pirates, this card is just a little too good not to include. It's a pretty nice finisher. Also works well with Sure Strike. Any trample creature and Sure Strike are nice. I think we got one more creature here. I think these guys are pretty good in this deck. They're pretty sweet with the crown. They do a lot of damage. It's true they can get lightning strike. Speaking of which, I'm sure we have lightning strike in here, because that just goes face. I think someone's messaging me in here. Okay, none. Wonder how many I have. I'm missing a lot of cards for this deck. This is why this deck tech is pretty garbo. No offense to me. Am I really using Vraska's Contempt? I didn't get any Vraska's Contempt before Rivals, so I'm pretty excited to play it. Wow, she's just draining the life out of that guy, huh? And because I love Tetsumaki's in there, though he probably doesn't fit in this deck, but whatever. He's in there because I wanted to play him. We'll fix it up, I think, more ideally after this. Moment of Craving. Thing is, there's just no way to get rid of a big creature. I guess Hijack does work, but then they need to have creatures. I mean, this deck is there's a lot of garbage in here that I just did to make it work. I mean, it is fun. Doing the Buccaneers Bravado Sure Strike on something is just ridiculous. But man, I hate Hijack. I don't trust that card at all. Not one bit. But there's so many red-green dinos going around that it's probably okay. It was weird. When Rivals came out, there wasn't that much red-green dino. But over the last few days, I've seen so much red-green dino again. Welcome to the stream, CGB. Yeah! Even though you beat me yesterday, you're still welcome on the stream. That's the kind of guy I am. Look at this card. I don't know how this card came up. 1996 World Champion. Legend. Cannot be the target of spells or effects. World Champion has power and toughness, each equal to the life total of target opponent. For 0, discard your hand to search your library for 1996 World Champion and reveal it to all players. Shuffle your library and put it on top. Use this ability only at the beginning of your upkeep and only if 1996 World Champion is in your library. Yeah, Hishnik, that is a good trick. I've seen that several times. I guess this is about it. I don't know how many cards we're clocking in here. 34. This is probably like a 22 land deck. So I think we got too many. I'm a little short on lightning strikes in my deck. And I don't know what else. Maybe I cut a Buccaneers Bravado. Something like this is what I'm running. It doesn't give me quick wins. Like if you're looking for a quick grind deck, this has a possibility. But there's a lot of cards we're missing here that I really like. But I think I'm going to have to look them up. So first of all, you want the red 1-drop. Oh, come on, where are the cards? Show me the cards. Oh, you are getting this. Good. I didn't know if you would get this window, but you are. Bombard, maybe bees. Daring Buccaneer. I would play 4 of these. To me, like the best start would probably be Buccaneer into Dire Fleet Captain into Rampaging Ferostodon. And then you just start playing pump spells. The other one, Dire Fleet Daredevil is probably pretty good too. It's probably pretty good. Fanatical Firebrand. I wasn't playing that guy. Could be okay. Goblin Trailblazer could be okay. Rekindling Phoenix could be a really nice 4-drop. Freebooter's in there already. I love me the freeboots. I think Dire Fleet Poisoner would be great. Don't have any of those. But I would probably play 4 of those. I mean, you're often holding up 2 mana for Sure Strike or Buccaneer's Bravado anyway, so why not have a flash Death Touch creature that gives something +1/+1 and Death Touch? And then I would take out the Wanted Scoundrels. Play 4 Lightning Strikes. I like this art, by the way, on Theros or whatever. This art's pretty good too. For Rampaging Ferostodon. Might as well get your gameplay in now. I would probably cut Baraska's Contempt, cut Tetzlamok, maybe play an Angrath. I mean, I don't know. I prefer this to Hijack, I guess, CGB. Maybe take out Fathom Fleet Captains. I think Poisoner's probably just better. Might not need Crown, though I really like Crown. You can put it on this Daring Buccaneer, too. How many cards are we at now? 39. We got to make some cuts. I like Lannery Storm because she's got haste. Maybe play 2 of her. Maybe cut the Moment of Craving because it doesn't go face. Something like this. 37, that gives us 23 lands. That's right about there. The Red Pirate Snapcaster would be possible too. You're talking about the Fanatical Firebrand? I like the name. Yeah, maybe you want 8 1-drops here. Problem is you can't put Crown on it. It does have haste. If you go 8 1-drops, you got to make some cuts. Like, I do not want to cut Dire Fleet Captain because those guys are just big. You could cut the freebooties. Maybe you just don't need the crown. Or maybe you don't need the monster sore at this point if you're coming out this fast. The problem is Moment of Craving is pretty brutal for almost all these cards. $39, 21 lands. You might be able to get away with 21 if you're playing 8 1-drops. Maybe get rid of 1 crown and go to 22. I think this is a pretty good way to run it. I bet you this would be fast and you would get some really quick kills on the grind here. No 4-drops. Yeah, maybe we put a Phoenix in there. Cut Angrath and put a Phoenix. Maybe. You know what else might be good? What was the one I was talking to you about, Bees? God, it's got a weird name. I guess we have the cards right here. Charging Tuscadon. I mean, this seems like a good closer. Perhaps a better closer than Charging Monster Sore. If you're playing 4 Sure Strikes, this card already has Trample on it, like Monster Sore. It doesn't have haste, though. Yeah, I think Monster Sore is better because of the haste. No, I don't really think we can do that. Like, I don't want to start playing March of the Drowned, even though I think that card is pretty good. I think if you're picking up your pirates from the graveyard, you're already dead. You just need to bust their face as fast as possible. There's not much, well, Vamps are kind of a problem. It's an uncommon. I don't know. I'd play around with it. It might just do the, like... Yeah, I might just get through enough damage at the end. But not having haste is pretty bad. In the 5-drop slot. Anyway. I would not say this is a tier 1 deck, but if you're looking for a fast grind deck, I would give this a shot. But I've also been playing this without Direfleet Poisoner, which I think is a very good card for this deck. I might make it a lot better. I mean, you could just kill anything. You can kill Carnage Tyrant. You can kill Burning Sun's Avatar. You can kill Regisaurs. It's flash, so it's basically hasty because you don't have to play it till the end of turn. They're not going to want to block it. It's a pirate, so Buccaneer's Bravado works on it. I don't know. Can you imagine flashing this in at like end of turn 2? Or let's say end of turn 3, drop a crown on it, and then put Buccaneer's Bravado. It doesn't even matter if they try to block it because you only do 1 damage and you trample through. I think this card's very good, and I really wish I had one. I haven't been playing much Blue-Black Pirates just because I'm playing mostly the same cards I had before Rivals. So it's just not that entertaining for me. But, man, I'd love to get my hands on some Direfleet Poisoners. I'd play that in the green-black deck tech that I will also be doing, I guess, at the end of the stream. So there's not much black in here. There's the Captains and the Direfleet Poisoners and the Kitesail Freebooters. But I could easily see going for like red-blue instead, and you playing 4 Warkite Marauders. for Siren Storm Tamers. I was going to say you could play Dive Down so that when you put enchantments on or something, you don't have to worry about dying. But if you're playing Siren Storm Tamers, you might not even need Dive Down. You do lose the Direfleet Captains, which were really good for me when I was running the deck. And you lose the Freebooters. And there's a couple more. There's a couple other good blue pirates. Maybe something like Siren Reaver. I don't know. So this is it. Once again, it's tier 2, but if you guys have never done Sure Strike into Buccaneers Bravado, it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. Like, you can just come out of nowhere and win the game. And it's pretty nice. It's nice because, like, if you have 3 or 4 creatures attacking, they block 2 and they let 1 through, but that's the only one you need. Then you don't even need Trample. All right, let's get back to duels. We're going to play green-black here to get us ready for the green-black.